Good morning, hi, and good evening and good afternoon, but mostly good hello. Mostly hello. Um, hello everyone, and hello everyone out there on Facebook Live. Welcome back to another daily antidote of song. Day 670 something, 570 something, I think. Okay, yeah, Arlene's nodding her head. Cool. Okay, well, it's time to say the hellos. So first, hello to everyone in the Zoom room. Hi, everybody. And we already said hello to Facebook Live and hello to Joe Rossi. Thank you for getting us all here as usual. Hello, Colleen, who you'll be meeting very soon. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Mabel and the Cinnamon Bear. Hi, Dan in Vienna, Arlene in Berkeley, California, and Aloysius out on the road, it looks like. Hey, whoa, hands free, hands free. Hello, Sheila in Florida. Susan Tortoise, hi, good to see you. Susan G, Cliff in Vermont, Kate in Charlottesville, Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Hello to you guys and good morning. Hoda, hi, how are you doing today? Carolyn in Boise, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Bonnie also in Boise, Sarah Page in Texas, Kathy in Virginia, Sherry in New Hampshire, Terry, hello. Beautiful living space there. Hello, Storm. Been thinking about you. You've been on my mind. Hope everything is going okay. Hello, Pete in Syracuse. And on to page 2. Peter, Peter again, you showed up. Hey again in Syracuse, also on page 2. Susan Miller in Seattle, good morning. Gary, hello. Becky in BC, Ruth in England, good evening. Luda in Victoria. Oh, Christiana, good morning. Hi, Mom, good morning in Tacoma Park. Leslie in upstate New York, probably really chilly up there. Hey, Jim in NYC, I bet you're getting chilly as well. Good morning, Delhi. Caroline in DC, hope you're staying dry with a spooky friend. Hey, spooky friend. Hi, Penny Ross. Maybe new to me, but maybe not new to the room. Carol in Connecticut. Good morning, LMG. Fred, good noon to you in Silver Spring. Kat in Vermont and Sandy and everyone off camera. Ray, Rossi, Lorianne, Sandy, Joni, Amos, Janny, Isabel, and more. Good morning to you all and welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Today we have a familiar face, I believe. Her name is Colleen, and she is a bilingual songwriter and vocalist. She sings about nature, transformative action, and has a local Gringa Latin group called Dos Equis, just like the beer. So everyone, let's give a warm welcome to Colleen, and we're excited about the song you'll be teaching us today. Welcome, Colleen.
Oh, hi, everybody. It's good to be here. I finally made it again. It's great. And I want to thank Katie and Jojo. They're just amazing hosts, as are all of the hosts of the Daily Antidote. And it's good to see your smiling faces. I'm in central New York, and I want to say that I'm on occupied land, Haudenosaunee land, which is, and the nearest part of the Haudenosaunee is the Onondaga Nation, which we have a very good rapport with. So if you want, you can send a lot of energy to take that damn Columbus statue down. That's in the middle of Syracuse, New York, that we're trying to take down as it should come down. And I'm very excited to share this song with you. I don't know. It's really easy to come up with a song for Daily Antidote. It's like I have one, you know. It really is. And this one, I think you're gonna love it. It's called Dame la mano. So you want to try saying that? Dame la mano. Right. And that means give me your hand. And before I'm gonna read the song really quick and tell you about the author, and then sing a line, and then we'll learn it together. Does that sound good? Good. And that the lyrics are in the chat, and so you can sing along. The good thing about this is that the melody repeats. The melody is the same for all 3 of the verses, even though there's like the first verse that I'll sing is a chorus. All right, so that'll come through, and there's 2 verses. So it's dame la mano y danzaremos, dame la mano y me amarás. Como una flor, como una sola flor seremos, como una flor y nada más. El mismo verso cantaremos, al mismo paso bailarás. Como una espiga ondularemos, como una espiga y nada más. Te llamas Rosa y yo Esperanza, pero tu nombre te olvidarás, porque seremos una danza en la colina y nada más. So it's beautiful. It says, give me your hand and we will dance. Give me your hand and you will love me. Like a single flower we will be, like a single flower and nothing more. The same song we will sing, the same step we will dance. Just like a stem, we will undulate, like a stem and nothing more. You are Rosa, and I Esperanza, but you will forget your name because we'll be one dance on the hill and nothing more. One dance. So it's a beautiful song about unity. Really beautiful. It gives me chills. And it's by the wonderful Gabriela Mistral. That I think Katie's later, she's going to show some pictures of her. And also Gabriela Mistral. Anybody familiar with her? Gabriela Mistral, Amanda, I see you are, and Tordes in Bennington. And you probably have a lot more to say than I do, but I will say that she was a very special Chilean writer, educator, poet, and she was the first person, not woman, not man, not anything in between. She was the first person to win the Nobel Prize in Literature from Latin America. So the first Latin American writer to achieve that honor, and she did a lot of consulting outside of Chile for her knowledge about teaching and about how to educate all kinds of people, right? Because literacy, is the key out of poverty, right? And education. And she knew that to her heart. And Teresita Fernandez is she put the song to music, and it's a beautiful waltz. I don't know that much about Teresita, and I'm really grateful to Jojo and Katie for bringing up an image of her. I'd like to get to know her more. So you ready to sing? Okay. So it goes. So I'll sing one line, you sing it back, okay? All right. So, and I'll do it slow just because of it's Spanish, right? Dame la mano y danzaremos. Dame la mano y danzaremos. Dame la mano y me amarás. Dame la mano y me amarás. Como una sola flor seremos. Como una sola flor seremos. Como una flor y nada más. Como una flor y nada más. Good. So that's the first verse, and it's the chorus also. And I'll give you a little hint about singing in Spanish. So if you say, dame, so just focus on the vowels, right? A, E, I, O, U. Try it. A, E, I, O, U. And then you don't need anything else. Just focus on the vowels and you got it. And the other little key is when you sing it, kind of, lilt and bring them together. So let's try it from the top again. Do you want me to run through line by line? Let me see hands. Or you want me to just do the whole verse? Line by line?
You can do
you guys are such pros. Okay, good. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And you'll just start swaying after a while, right? 1, 2, 3. Dame la mano y danzaremos. Dame la mano y me amarás. Como una sola flor seremos. Como una flor y nada más. Next verse. el mismo verso cantaremos, al mismo paso bailarás, como una espiga ondularemos, como una espiga y nada más. Dame la mano y me danzaremos, dame la mano y me amarás. Como una sola flor seremos, como una flor y nada más. Te llamas Rosa, yo Esperanza, pero tu nombre olvidarás, porque seremos una danza en la colina y nada más. Dame la mano y danzaremos, dame la mano y me amarás. Como una sola flor seremos, como una flor y nada más. Dame la mano y danzaremos, dame la mano y me amarás. Como una sola flor seremos, como una flor y nada más.
Thank you, Colleen. That was really fabulous, and have to no, beautiful, and thank you because it was actually really neat. I didn't know about either of the two women that we're going to be talking about right now, and so it was a really neat pre-show in here as we were exploring online and finding images and talking about who these lovely women were. And I want to start. Colleen, by asking you if you can remind me the link that you found that we said we were going to put in the chat for folks to explore.
Yes, I'll write it in the chat right now. It's
So Katie can put it in.
www.cancioneros.com. So cancioneros means like songbooks in Spanish, lyric, and that's a really great resource for any kind of, especially Latin American folk songs, but all kinds of songs. And you'll find information about composers and writers and a lot of lyrics, tons and tons and tons of lyrics, and also links to people who have performed them. And I really like that because I teach Spanish, and a lot of the students that I have, they'll, because the internet, they'll say like, I love Mercedes Sosa, she's amazing, but they'll put her as like, like Solo Le Pido a Dios, which is a famous song by Leon Gieco, but they'll put Mercedes Sosa because she made it famous. So Cancioneros shows you the writer, who wrote, and that giving credit where credit is due. So it's great.
That's great. And can you tell us a little bit about how you found this song? And you can ask Katie to put the images up whenever you're ready.
Oh, sure. Yeah. You can put them up now, Katie. I found the song when I was I was working with Latin American kids at this really great place called La Casita in Syracuse, and this Cuban guy, he's a theater guy. He's like, I said, let's do a song for the kids, and he goes, let's do this one, and I was so enamored of it because you can really waltz around with it. You can imagine all the kids holding hands and going in a circle, and so this is Gabriela Mistral. You see her. Yeah.
And do you know what was the date that she won the?
I'm not sure. I think it was maybe in the 40s, maybe,
okay.
Perhaps.
I think that one of the links that we do have that Katie's going to drop in is a biography of Gabriela that we found when we were online. And so, Katie, thank you for dropping that in. And Katie, can we go ahead and see also the second picture? Which was Teresita. And Colleen, can you tell us about Teresita or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know. She is the composer of this song. I think that she is known for doing a lot of children's songs. That's the piece that I know about her. I would imagine she was an educator too. And you can see she's wearing very traditional, clothing from the indigenous, regions. And it might be from the Andean region, or it might be Chilean. Piece. It's a little different than a Mexican one, but she's definitely, and she's got a Spanish guitar there, which is like, of course, the nai. Yes, and Mistral is a wind. That's right. So it's a beautiful thing, right? It's a beautiful word too. Oh, 1945. Okay, so I wasn't far off. But I love that classical Spanish guitar. It's a very that's really what most people do play in Latin America if you're doing folk songs, folk music.
Thanks, Colleen, and thanks, Katie, for the great screen shares. So I'm actually not remembering. Did you say that Gabriela was Chilean?
Correct.
And what do we know about Teresita? Is she also?
I'm not sure. I think she must be also.
So it's the University of Daily Antidote hard at work here, putting in, the dates and the links and the extra
Yep, yep.
content, which I absolutely love. Thanks, gang, so much for all of that. And so, Colleen, can you tell us a little bit about? So I've been telling people, we have a great week coming up right now. There's a flyer out. It says that Steve Winnick and Jennifer Cutting are singing us a Halloween song on the 31st, except that Steve maybe has caught whatever it was that Jennifer had last time I was in a meeting with her. So we're not sure if Steve is going to be singable on Halloween Day. So let's all say boo, because they always come in these amazing costumes and I already knew what they were going to wear and it was going to be amazing. However, I've been looking for someone to sing a Halloween song and not with a whole lot of luck. And then Colleen said, oh, maybe I'll mention that I have a concert on Halloween. I'm doing a Halloween. I said, bingo, you can mention that. And so I think we're going to be seeing Colleen again on October 31. Can we all please wave about the graciousness of that new song that's coming? And Colleen, what can you tell us about your show?
Oh, the show. Well, I live I kind of live in the boonies just south of Syracuse, but the show is a wonderful venue. It's a brewery. It's called Onco Fermentations, but it's this huge space, and the woman who's running it has such a great vision about bringing like really, world-class acts there, and she left her corporate job to do this, to fulfill this dream. And so this is our first time playing there, but I'll be playing with my girl group. We invented a new genre called, well, I have two genres. Gringo Latin is the style, because totally Gringo Latin, and also the new, it's in the genre I coined as Americana. And so, yeah, and but also I incorporated, like, for the show, I was, because I love Halloween. I mean, because Halloween is, the pagan New Year, and I have the Celtic roots, and it really does resonate with my Celtic roots to celebrate. So I challenged myself to learn a song by Lorena McKennitt called All Souls Night, which I might, if I do sing, I think we would learn that song together. It's beautiful. The melody is just, so gorgeous. And because, the Celtic roots go, like, she's traveled all over the world to look into the Celtic, this from the Indo European, right? And so this all this kind of, it's not just from the British Isles, it goes like way back, and she's just very deep. And so I think that might be good. And then, my friend Jane, she's a lead guitarist, really good chops on the guitar, but she's a blues girl. So she's going to do I Put a Spell on You, which is like, it's for people who are politically correct. It's like really, very questionable lyrics, but it's really, really kind of addictive. And then we're going to follow it with a Lorena McKennitt song. Plus, we do our own originals, of course. I do a lot of social justice songs, and a lot of songs from Latin American tradition too. So that's what the show will be.
That's really cool, but not live streamed. You'd have to be somewhere near Syracuse.
Yeah, you have to be. But I will invite
Sure.
you to the SOA Watch. We'll have the School of the Americas Watch, which some of you are, aware of. It's a great organization, soaw.org, and they are having their annual virtual vigil. And I'll be joining like Emma's Revolution and Francisco Herrera and the Peace Poets, some really great folks to do some singing and to sing down the Latin American Training School, once known as the U.S. Army School of the Americas, and now it has some ridiculous name, WINSEC, Western Institute for Hemispheric Cooperation or something like that. And the school still, exerts too much, bad influence on our neighbors to the south.
Yes,
We want to
collaboration.
demilitarize anywhere we can. Yeah.
cooperation seems like a funny word to have in the title in the context of sort of the greater knowledge of what's going on. So we did actually hear about the November 1 concert from Pat and Sandy when they were in the room. We've also had Francisco in the room,
Oh, great.
but not yet the Peace Poets. So there's an up next that we're going to have to work on. And of course, we do lots of social justice singing in here too. So I'm super glad to know that we're going to be able to have you back for other upcoming weeks besides Halloween, which speaking of, are you going to show up in costume?
Oh, yes.
So Steve Winnick is no great loss. No, okay. So we're hopeful Steve's going to feel better and still join us. But Colleen, thank you so much that you're going to bring us this great Halloween treat.
You're welcome. Oh, I want to mention too, Charlie King is also, I don't know if he's been on Daily Antidote, but he's just this wonderful, amazing. We did a show together about 3-4 weeks ago, and it was really fun. A lot of people came. I think Peter was there, I think. Hi, Peter.
That's great. Maybe you can, yeah, and Peter maybe can make it to your live show. He's in Syracuse, and there's someone else who comes in the room often from Syracuse, so maybe we'll poke her and see if she can go too. So maybe you can host Charlie King in the room sometime, because it's really fun to get a host who knows the musician well. The dialogue is so much more, I don't know, just smooth and flowy and fun. And can I see some hands from the room? Anybody who was at last night's cocktail party for 5 minutes or for the whole thing? Let's see the hands. Yeah, that's awesome. So we're going to have another cocktail party coming up next month. And for the folks in the room who don't know, we do also open mic nights and other really fun stuff. So keep your eyes open for the email. We're actually putting all the information in the email now because Anna's doing the emails. So thank you very much, everybody, for being here today. Colleen, do you have anything else you want to say before I ask if you'll sing it again once for us?
No, I just was really appreciative of this group. It's just really, it is a daily antidote. We think we really feed off the energy of one another. And I just, it makes me feel that it's been a really challenging time. We've had a lot of loss, just COVID, yes, of course, but also, I just know so many people, myself included, that have really had a lot of just personal loss, and so to have this be a way for us to, acknowledge and to grasp the beauty, in Latin America, for those of you, I know a lot of you know a lot about Latin America, but they always talk about our loved ones, past, and those who have gone before. But Isabel Allende, another Chilean, famous Chilean, she's like, for Latin America, our loved ones are here, like with us here, and the past is not here. The past is here. That's exactly how she puts it. For those of you who are sighted, I'm putting my hand in front of my face, and that's so true, so that's, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I'm just going to say quickly that yesterday, Katie and I were meeting, and she pointed out that the people say the most beautiful, profound, amazing little just gems in here, and that we could be capturing them and putting them out in some way or another on Twitter or something. And people say all these gems all the time, but for some reason right now I just heard you say this really is a daily antidote, and sort of a way to sort of mitigate the loss is to grasp at the beauty in here. And I just thought, like, oh, people do, they say the most beautiful things. So thank you for bringing, it's a really, just that requires almost a breath, right? To just think, let those words just fill your soul the way these songs and the discussion as a whole fills your soul. Thank you so much. We would love to sing it through with you again if you're up for it.
All right, everybody ready? Yeah, was that a good key? I thought it was a little low. Should I go up a little higher? Yeah? Okay. What? Okay. Dame. We'll do it loud. 1, 2, 3, 1. Dame la mano y danzaremos. Dame la mano y me amarás. Como una sola flor seremos, como una flor y nada más. El mismo verso cantaremos, al mismo paso bailarás. Como una espiga ondularemos, como una espiga y nada más. Dame la mano y danzaremos. Dame la mano y me amarás. Como una sola flor, seremos como una flor y nada más. Te llamas Rosa, yo Esperanza, pero tu nombre olvidarás, porque seremos una danza en la colina y nada más. Dame la mano y danzaremos. Dame la mano y me amarás. Como una sola flor seremos, como una flor y nada más. Dame la mano y danzaremos. Dame la mano y me amarás. Como una sola flor seremos, como una flor y nada más.
Wow. Thank you so much, Colleen.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you
being
so
here
much.
and sharing your knowledge and your voice. And thank you to everyone in the Zoom room for coming today and singing along and for bringing friends, and Amanda for showing that book. We'll have to talk about that later. It's time to say goodbye. It's 12:30. So goodbye to everyone on Facebook Live. See you next time.